Hello everyone, today we are going to learn something very exciting electric circuits. We will discover how electricity travels from one place to another and how we use it in our everyday lives. Let's go on this fun learning journey together. What is electrical energy? Electrical energy is the kind of energy that powers our homes and schools. When we switch on a light, we are using electrical energy. It travels through wires and helps us to do many things like watch TV, put on the light, use the microwave, and so forth. Think of a circuit like a circle. If there is a break anywhere, electricity cannot move. That's why we need to complete path or a closed circuit for things to work. Closed versus open circuits. Here you can see the difference between a closed circuit that is on the right and an open circuit that is on the left. As you can see, a closed circuit will make sure the light is burning because energy can go through the whole circuit. But in the open circuit on the left, the light is not working. Why? Because energy can't go through the whole path, through the whole circuit, and then what will happen is the energy won't get to the light and the light won't burn. That's how switches in electricity works. You know that light switch that you put on and off, on and off? Now basically you open the circuit and you close the circuit. Here you can see how we will draw it in NS, and here you can see how it will look in real life. Every circuit needs some basic parts. We need something to give power, wires to carry the electricity, and something that uses the power, like a light bulb. A switch helps us to turn the circuit on or off. So basically, the microwave on or off, the TV on or off, the light on or off. That's what a switch is for. You use, like for instance, the wires to connect the circuit and connect all the components together. You use a light bulb to see if your circuit is working, a cell or battery to see to give the energy to the circuit, and the switch to control the circuit. And here's the circuit diagram symbols you are going to use to draw your own sketches. So, sources of energy. A cell is like a heart of a circuit. It pushes the electricity around. If you need more power, you can connect more cells together. That's called a battery. So, one is a cell, more cells, like two or more cells, is a battery. Okay, guys? You have to remember that. So, if I talk about a cell, it's basically one battery. One or two or more is batteries. Okay. And there you can also see, I just want to go back, you can see the difference how we draw it. The cell, it's one battery, but do you see here, there's two cells, so we call it a battery. You can have three or four, so long line and short line, that's one cell. One long line, one short line, as you can see at the battery, that's a battery because there is now two cells. If I add another long line and one short line, there would be three batteries. Okay, does it make sense? Let's look at conductors and insulators. Electricity can only move through certain materials called conductors. Wires are made from metals, which is a good conductor of electricity. But the outside is covered in plastic. This is called an insulator to keep us safe. So, all these wires in your room, inside are conductors. Okay, that's where the electricity goes through. For us to not touch it and get shocked and hurt, they put insulators around the plastic cable. As you can see, all your wires in your house is most of the time rubber, plastic, and they are there to help you keep safe, to not shock, for the electricity not go to your body, and that's to prevent hurt. So that is an insulator. So conductors is where it's good conductors of electricity. It's where the electricity goes through. We use it for electricity to move. Insulators is to control where the electricity moves to keep us safe, like for instance, bad conductors of electricity, so plastic or rubber. The output device. Once electricity moves through a circuit, it powers something. That something is called an output device, like a buzzer that makes sound, or a motor that spins, or a light bulb that makes light. Here you can see what electrical symbols we get, how the device looks if we draw it, and what the convert electrical energy is going to. Is it sound, light, kinetic, or so forth? Movement. Electric motors. Motors are special. They take electricity and turn it into motion. That is how your fan spins or your toy car moves it. It's because of electric motor. So it takes electricity and change it into a other type of energy. Switches. Switches are like traffic lights for electricity. When the switch is off, the road is closed. When the switch is on, the electricity can go through. If you want to see the third picture, the top one is also a switch, how we draw it. And that, the top switch, that's when the circuit is open. So basically, do you see the circuit is broken, opened? There can't go any electricity will not be able to go through, so the light will be off. The down one, the stripe, circle, stripe, circle, stripe, that's how you draw a closed circuit. That's your switch. That means the electricity can go through, so basically the light bulb will be burning. Let's quickly go over the important words we've learned. These definitions will help you remember what each part of the circuit does. So the cell is one unit that gives electrical energy. A battery is two or more cells. Electrical circuits is a path for electricity. Components, these are the parts of a circuit. Electric current, the flow of the electricity. Conductor lets electricity flow. Insulators blocks electricity. A buzzer is a device that makes sound. Output device is uses the electricity. Electric motor moves when powered, and the switch is open or close circuit. Okay. I want you to pause this video and write all these keywords down so that you can remember it for test tasks, activity exercises, and for the future. Okay, so in summary, today we learned how circuits work, how electricity moves, and how we use it in bulbs, buzzers, and motors. Remember, no circuit, no power. Well done, everyone! You are now electric circuit experts. Thank you for learning with me. Keep practicing and don't forget to have fun while you learn.